there is still so much up in the air as Manchester United begin the second stage of their rebuild under Erik ten Hag. It is widely accepted that positive foundations were laid during the Dutchman's first season at the club, but the success of his appointment will likely hinge on what he does in his second campaign. United find themselves in a familiar position, though there is certainly a fair argument to suggest things are looking more promising for Ten Hag than any of his predecessors. The club is committed to backing up their faith in Ten Hag with funding this summer, but it is a complex matter given the takeover uncertainty and the fact that they must sell players to boost the budget. There are many variables to consider, and a high-profile move in one priority position will leave far less to spend elsewhere on the pitch, meaning it is essential that they manage to address the areas most in need of work first. Signing a striker remains the top priority this summer, despite plans to also sign a new first-choice goalkeeper. Adding a new midfielder is arguably the third most important thing to do, but it will likely be the first position that they manage to address. Another key factor for United to consider is whether they target short-term or long-term success with their summer rebuild. One of the reasons they appointed Ten Hag was his ability to nurture young talent, though there is less patience to wait for success at a club of such size. There are a lot of components that go into making a title-winning team, let alone one that challenges year after year, and in order to do so it seems United will need to gradually overhaul the age of their playing squad. United should be encouraged by the fact they boasted the fourth youngest squad in the Premier League last season, though that is contrasted by the fact that the spine of their squad is made up of experienced players. It means that a good chunk of United's squads are players for the future, while most of their best players are nearing the end of their playing careers, further fueling this identity crisis. Manchester City were the seventh oldest team in the English top flight and Newcastle achieved another fourth-place finish with theirs. Of course, that isn't to say the more experience the better, but it is essential that successful sides have a mixture of both. United's problem is that they don't have so many players in the middle, with Bruno Fernandes and Luke Shaw the only two regular starters really in their prime right now. Ten Hag is boosted by the fact key performers such as Marcus Rashford, Lisandro Martinez and Antony are yet to hit their prime, though they might do so at a time when the older members of the squad need replacing. Fernandes will turn 29 at the start of September while Rafael Varane, Casemiro and Christian Eriksen have all already reached their third decade. Signing players already, or nearing, their prime comes at a premium. So the better value for money either comes in long-term investments or aging players with a dwindling price tag. United have an ideal opportunity to begin this rebuild by replacing the experienced David De Gea in the summer, while midfield target Mason Mount also fits the profile as a youngster with plenty of time on his side. It could be trickier with regards to a new striker signing in that Rasmus Højlund is still only 20, while at the other end, Dream Edition Harry Kane would have a shorter shelf life given he turns 30 next month. Victor Osimhen is perhaps the perfect fit in terms of age profile and ability, but he would command a club record fee and seems an unrealistic option unless a takeover is completed. United's best bet looks to be signing younger players they can mold into future title winners, though it comes with the caveat that they cannot expect immediate results. Unlike those who have proven themselves elsewhere, they would be banking on a player fulfilling their potential, which is always far easier said than done. That in turn poses a risk due to the fact that many of their current key players will also need replacing in the coming years, and if their eventual demise comes quicker than the rise of these younger players, there will once again be a deficit to address. It all adds to the complex transfer plans United must cater for, and the many permutations that could change in the blink of an eye this summer. What must be clear is that they decide whether they pursue short-term success with experienced players who have a limited shelf life, or long-term success with raw talents that aren't guaranteed to ever live up to their billing. No matter what success they target, it isn't guaranteed.